What's going on, YouTube? Chris here. Want to bring you all an update today of Bitcoin. We're also going to be going through some altcoins as well. We're going to look at ETH. Dash is exploding right now. XRP as well. So we're going to get into all that. If you guys like these videos, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Help us get to 17,000 subscribers. And for all the people who are already subscribed and been here for the last few years, I'm greatly appreciative of all y'all here. This is what we've been waiting for a long time. We've been through a lot of pain, suffering, all that type of stuff. And Bitcoin right now is going up to attempt all-time highs. Our all-time high resistance up here is at $19,936. You can see Bitcoin just pushed up through that 18,741 resistance mark. What we would want is a daily candle close up above that to go up and try to attempt that all-time high, breaking through 19,936. Now, what I wanted to point out here, just so you're aware of it, the RSI is at 82 as we're going up to attempt all-time highs. So be aware of that. So if we do break through it, we could do some serious running, but I would expect some type of back test onto that, see if we could hold 20,000 as support if we break through now, because we're still a little overextended on many of the oscillators as we're breaking through something like an all-time high for Bitcoin, which is very significant. So if we don't get some type of retracement soon, maybe even back to the $17,000, $16,000 range, then most likely if we do get up through this, we'll have those blue sky breakouts, but I would expect some type of pullback to test that area that we broke out through before continuously moving further, if that's the case and we don't really slow down here. Right now, the volatility stop on the 1 day is at 17,873, and you can see that's right below this candle here. So basically saying that if this candle gives itself up and we start rolling over, that's when you would get stopped down. Then you could start looking for buying opportunities in lower areas. I always like to look at that, and it'll also help show you the trend basically. So right now we're up above the 20, the 50, the 100, 200 moving average, looking great there like we talked about. RSI at 82, momentum still up right now. We've really just been pushing here, guys. So I would just watch this area here and see if we can continue to hold that 17,865 as support as we continue to go up and test that all-time high of 19,936. And if you think Bitcoin's going to break out today from that $20,000 range, let me know down low, or if you think we need some type of cooling down period before we get up through that so we can really run hard once we do get up through that and there's no overhead resistance, which that's when it gets the most fun, because money just floods into it and things get outrageous, and it's already getting outrageous right now. You can see each time we've pumped up here, the RSI is only cooled down to about 70. So basically we stay in that overbought condition on the low end of 70, on the high end of like 95 the entire time we're in these moves. So that's something that you always want to pay attention to as well and keep an eye on. So watch those areas. That's going to be Bitcoin. Let's take a look at Ethereum. We're just going to work our way down. We're at 602. So we did hit our target up here of $620. Now what you're seeing is a little bit of a doji candle, or almost spinning top type deal. We are having some selling pressure coming in. We already have above average selling pressure. So we do want to be aware of that, and it's coming after a very strong white candle. So let's be aware of that area. We may have to retrace a little bit, guys, and where I'd look for support is around $551. If we do get that retracement, then it'd be down around that $500 area. Those are the two supports. Not saying we have to go down there, okay? I think it'd be healthy for the market, but the next area we need to get up through is that 620 is going to be overhead resistance. But you can kind of see how, like on the RSI here, we're up at 80, and we're starting to curve down just a little bit with some selling pressure up in here. So there may be a little bit of distribution taking place just around that resistance area. So we're going to have to see if it's something real quick, just a minor pullback, and then we push up for more, because there's still some really open areas here for Ethereum like we've talked about. If we can get over 620, we have a shot at going up around almost $800, and it could happen fairly fast. Momentum's still up right now. We're at 141 on the momentum. So this is something, guys, on the 1 day time frame, you're a longer term investor, seeing this at resistance here, and this isn't financial advice, you wouldn't want to sell out. This is where you just want to continue to ride that trend. We haven't broken down through the 20 EMA, anything like that. We're still up above all our moving average, our trend. Shorter term traders, on the 1 to 4 hour time frame, maybe looking at this saying, okay, I'm going to take a little profit, see if it's going to pull back a little bit, skin the cat a little bit, and then keep it moving. And that's what it is. People try to accumulate more. So you're trying to almost that scalping type aspect. I think in this space, the best thing to do is to swing trade or position trade. That's the best thing. I think day trading and like scalping and stuff could be extremely stressful with how volatile this market is. Sometimes it just doesn't make sense. Okay, so just be aware of that. If we can get up through 620, we'd most likely look up to around, let's see, even some minor overhead resistance. About 691 would be the next area, but we've went pretty vertical here. So let's be aware of that. So that's going to be Ethereum. Next one we're going to get into is Litecoin, up around $90 right now. Kind of the same deal. You can see these longer wicks, so we have some profit that's being taken up in that area. We broke through both of our 3 resistance areas here, guys. I need to turn green. So it's 71. We're going to do this, and this is what I like to do, because when you break through a resistance, you want it to become support. So once we get through it, I turn it green, and you can see all these areas, how critical they've been. Many times we run right up to them and touch them. So always pay attention to support and resistance. So we're going to try to hold $84.44 as support, and then it'd be down around $79.95. The volatility stops at $79.08 on the 1-day time frame. If Litecoin wants a little bit more here, I would say the next target's going to be up around $94 and be $100 psychologically for Litecoin. We have gapped away from this 20 pretty decently here, so this has been a really strong trend on heavy volume, and that's what we always harp on, and that's what we want to see, is that heavy volume. Okay, so if we zoom out here a little bit for Litecoin, just show you some areas. This is why this $100 is going to be a big one here. Quite a few times back here when we were trying to get back up, we wicked up to it, so we're really going to watch that area. Then it'd be up around 123, 132, then about that 142. Is what we'd be looking at. But for all these, I mean, this is beautiful. These are those parabolic curves that you're looking for, that the books always talk about. And in those, you kind of just want to let your position ride if you're a longer term investor. Not financial advice by any means, but RSI right now is at 74. Momentum's at 26. So that's going to be Litecoin. Next one let's get into is XRP. So XRP is really done amazing things here, guys, and this is why I talked about it, because it makes up ground so fast. Look where it's already back up to. It's up to 65 cents right now. So overhead resistance we need to get up above. So we want a candle close today above 64 cents, and then the next area we'd look up to is going to be 70 cents overhead resistance, then around 82 cents, and then up around that 92 cents. So there's going to be the overhead resistance areas. In terms of support, see if we can hold 56 cents. The RSI is up around 92, so be very cautious in this area. And you can also see this extremely large wick. So that's tons of profit that's being taken from this huge move. That's 16% on the wick right now, but the daily candle hasn't closed. So, you know, we could push back up higher, but be aware of that. That's something I would definitely keep on my radar, up above the 20, 50, 100, and the 200 moving average. XRP doing big things there. Zcash is at 80. Bitcoin Cash at 344. If we take a look at this, you can see we're at overhead resistance here. So $353 is going to be the overhead resistance, and it's going to be around 402. In terms of support, we want to hold $3.18. The RSI is at 74. Momentum is still moving up for Bitcoin Cash. Good to see some heavy volume coming into Bitcoin Cash. EOS stuffed a little bit today at an overhead resistance of $3.50. If we can get up above that, we're looking at $3.88. Same deal here, long wick. So a lot of profit on heavier volume here. So let's be aware of that. We may need some type of retracement. If we do retrace, I'd look to see if we could hold $3.11 as support. Then it'd be down around that 200 moving average at $2.78. RSI at 75. Momentum still up. It's at 0.94. So that's going to be EOS. Dash, guys, up 27%. Look at this. That's why I love playing Dash. It just runs so hard because there's the supply is so few. When money comes into it, it just really explodes. So the next target area we're going to look up to is $137. Now it's out of this trend line break, starting to get all those golden crosses. In terms of support, we're going to try to hold $116, and it'd be down around roughly about 108. Real heavy volume that came in. RSI up around 82. Momentum's up. Awesome there. Let's see. So Tezos, we're at $2.60 right now. We pushed up, had some profit taking. RSI's at 67, losing a little bit of momentum here. But one thing we haven't had in quite a while, I was talking about in the last video, this 20 EMA is about to cross over top of that 50, and that has not happened since July. And once that happened in July, we had this really nice move. So I would just look, for Tezos to continue making these impulse waves to the upside. We are up above the 200 moving average again, so that's a really good thing. Looks like some people are just taking their profit because we had a really nice move from about $2 up to $2.60 there. Okay, so that's going to be Tezos. And then let's take a look at Link. Link right now is tested our previous target area of $16.56. Next one's going to be up around that $19.37. In terms of support, we want to try to hold $13.92, still up above the 20, 50, 100, 200 moving average. The RSI is at 68. Momentum is still pushing up. So this one here for Link, if it wants to keep moving, guys, it could go back up there and test those all-time highs fairly soon. This is one when it gets explosive. You can see these higher lows that continue to be kept. And that's what you're looking for. So if you get something from this, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. God bless each and every one of you. Take care, my friends.